A way I can support him, I'm doing that, and that's it.
Oh, is it on? I think it's on. Hey guys. Oh, I'm on. The internet connection was not working. And so I was trying this. My battery is drained. The internet connection was not working. Hey, it's Avalaura, the spiritual sage. Yep, my battery is like almost gone. So for those of you who catch this on the replay, you can still give me hearts. Hey, Shonda. I don't know when this is going to burn out. I don't know how long my internet connection is going to last out here. So I promised you all, for those of you who are here for the behind the scenes tour of Avalaura's Healing Center. Hey, Barbara. I said maybe my client would talk to you. You all have some questions about Reiki. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate them. Keep them coming. So here she is. Her name is Megan, and she's freaking awesome. She's a powerhouse. So whatever questions you have, you can ask me, and I will certainly ask her. And so Megan, just let me know, what's your experience with Reiki? Say hey to everybody.
Hi everyone. Reiki clarifies my perspective. I lead a really high power life. I'm a mother of 2.
Can you believe 2 kids came out of this body? You don't believe it, right? Yeah, I don't either. No, go ahead.
I will own that.
They're giving you hearts. They're giving hearts for that.
Reiki allows me to keep a clear head.
Good genes.
Focus. Reiki really opens up my mind to the universe so I can accept what's coming my way and know and be confident that I can handle it. I'm often faced with challenges in the workplace and at home with 2 kids, of course. And I work hard and diligently on my own life to navigate those well. And Reiki provides me that support I need, that energy, that
I'll ask her, Shonda.
That cleanse to help me stay in the program, stay with it, and keep up with my wonderful life.
Yeah, and you know, Megan's been coming to me. How long have you been coming to me now?
Since 2011.
Wow, 2011. Shonda asked, how did you hear about me?
A girlfriend of mine brought me for a crystal intro class that
That's
Avalaura
right.
was teaching. And as soon as I came into the space, I knew it was a good fit for me. I met Avalaura, and I just thought, how can I see her again? I think that my life needs some wonders worked and healing. And she brought it right at the right time. I reached out to her at the right time.
Barbara
in my life.
said, great self-care, good for you.
Thank
yeah,
you.
We were talking about airy fairy and woo-woo healers earlier. And so one of the things I was saying is that you don't have to be airy fairy and woo-woo, that you can be grounded. And so 2011, God, it's been a while. So why do you keep coming back?
Just as life throws you those curveballs, yourself can also add to that and compound that. I lost my mother 2 years ago, and I knew then that I would need support, and I just wasn't prepared to go to a big group setting. So Avalaura was able to bring perspective to that part of my life. I was also a mother to my 2nd child. I was about 6 months into my motherhood when my mom passed. Very, very difficult, trying time. At the same time, I was in a career that was not satisfactory to me, and I knew I needed to change, but I just didn't have the bandwidth to make that change at that time. Avalaura was able to help me navigate that period in my life, to regain my strength, so that then I could reboot and restart that search on the other side of that grieving period. And I found success. I landed an awesome job, awesome opportunity.
You saw how her face just lit up when she talks about this new job, y'all. You see that?
I have a super boss. And that was one of my #1 goals. Super challenging, also one of my goals, because I really want to stretch at this point in my career.
They're giving you hearts.
I'm having a blast.
Keep the hearts
coming.
I feel
really, really blessed. It's one of those things that, like, you can't explain it. You're just grateful. And I know how I got here. Part of it is Avalaura, my family, all my community, myself. Really, my ability now to really tune in and believe in myself. When I'm most doubtful, I just check in with Avalaura. She reminds me, self-care. Really, the power is within me. Reiki reminds me of that, because when I'm on the table, I feel that power, I witness that power, I experience that power. I just let it all flow.
She has so many breakthroughs today, y'all. She said women need to know the value of support. Yes, fabulous role model. So Shonda asked if you were a single parent.
No, my partner and I have been together 10 years this December. We're extremely committed to one another, even when it's challenging every day. We don't even have a legally binding contract. We just choose every day to wake up and work really hard to make it work, because that's what I believe in. that organic ability to push and expand and grow and change and develop with others. I would never be able to do this alone.
Absolutely.
Partnerships,
Absolutely.
relationships, community, family, friends. If you're not good at it organically, that's okay. Don't be afraid. Just make little connections. Connections take time to grow.
You're getting hearts.
And
you're speaking
it's
to
really,
them.
really just part of our human nature to connect. And when we don't have that, it's almost like we're not whole.
Absolutely.
And so finding that wholeness that we seek, because everyone really does seek that from wherever they do.
We all want that intimacy. We all want that connection.
Remind yourself that it comes from within, comes from without, from your community. But only when that community is supportive and loving. And sometimes it's good for all of us to check in with people to remind us. One thing Avalaura has done for me is help me get perspective on what belongs to me that I can change and what doesn't. And that lesson I broke through on the table today is one of the most important takeaways I've had from my experiences with Avalaura. This is a big truth right here. This is a
Shonda
big
said good stuff, and she said isolation is dangerous.
Isolation is dangerous. It is.
Absolutely.
And in addition to that, we are connectors, some of us. And when you're not, it's okay. People do still want to connect with you. So don't shut people out, but be careful who you let in your sphere. Have that support. Like
we were just talking about boundaries.
Yes, who can allow you to really understand that what belongs to you, and you need to work on that. And we all need self-improvement, every one of us. And we'll never stop. That's part of growing. That's called evolution of self. The other part is knowing what doesn't belong to you. You don't have control over these people. Put it down. Don't try to solve it. It doesn't belong to you, and you need your energy, because the more energy you put into yourself, the better outcomes you're going to get. And that's my experience. That's what's happened for me with Avalaura. That's why I come for my Reiki sessions, because I have breakthroughs like this that remind me.
So profound.
I've got it. I've got it right here. I can share it where I think appropriate, because be careful where you share. Some people really want to grab onto that. They want to own it. They want to enmesh themselves in what you have.
Those energy vampires.
And it will tire you out.
And
you won't be able to be who you need to be for your family, for your friends, for your own career goals, for yourself. And really knowing those boundaries between energy, space, time, self, others. And in maintaining your community at the same time, it's an art form. And it's just like any art form, like a new language. You've got to study it. Whatever it is for you that you need to study. Study that.
So you hear that? One thing that she's saying that I think is so important is that healing and growing and truly being your best person and living your best life, it is evolution. It takes constant work. It's not a hit it and quit it. You don't do one thing and then it's over. It's a constant process.
And the good thing about when you learn that, which I did, and it took me time, but once they
knowing how not to get brainwashed by media
society. Signing up to these things, you just need to focus and relax. You've got this. Once you know that and you allow it, you stop beating yourself up. And part of what we need to do is stop beating ourselves up that we don't have all the answers at once.
That's right.
Go slow. You have the answers. They're in there. Find people that help you bring them out, like Avalaura, like your community, like your friends, like your loves, like your children. Play with them. They bring things out of us that teach us about who we really are.
You develop a practice to do regularly.
Own your core. There's another recommendation. Human. Be human. Everything in the job market. I'm in human resources right now, and I'm director of an administration team and IT and events. I'm doing a lot, but guess what got me there? Recognizing my human voice belongs in the workplace. And I am a human, and I belong in the workplace. And I don't need someone to validate that. Once I validate it for myself, I could align myself to where
y'all hear her talking?
They accept me. And I only chose to choose an organization that wanted me. If somebody says no and no and no, and you feel shot in your job search, like you're not going to find what you need, it's okay. Accept those no's as you don't belong here, and you don't want to be there because you want to be somewhere where they're going to accept you for who you fully are. And maybe sometimes our full self isn't showing up.
Being on purpose where you are is powerful. Yes.
Show up, because that's when those opportunities, like the one I encountered a month and a half ago, I started this new role. I got to have 2 months. 3 months.
Dead.
Oh.
It's dead.
Anyways.
I burned